we're just wandering over to the centre, I think. It's going to be great fun.
So we started kind of with a lecture format where we heard a bit about more of the dramatic machinery behind Shakespeare and his business model, if you will, rather than looking at the kind of typical Englishy, floaty stuff, the whimsical side. We looked at more of the practical bit, and then the floor opened up and there was lots of debate and discussion. And I think it was a really valuable practice, not just in learning some new ideas about Hamlet, but also in articulating them and bouncing ideas off each other.
So Olivia, what are we doing? We are on a treasure hunt. We are looking for the White Lion currently, and then the Shakespeare Centre. Why do you think you should study Shakespeare?
Okay, so lots of different reasons. I'm going to focus on one. I think Shakespeare understood something about us here. So, for example, when you read something like Hamlet, To Be or Not to Be, you might think, oh, what's that got to do with me? I'm not a prince in a state, but actually I like to relate it to choice. We've all got these frightening choices to make at many points in our lives. Do I take these GCSEs or these A-levels, something like that? Or what university do I go to? So even though it's a little bit far and remote from our everyday lives, actually he understood the big problems and the big issues of human life.
We've just finished our treasure hunt where we were going around Stratford-upon-Avon finding out about the town and some of the things that are here, about the buildings and the monuments.
Here we are on a big street in Stratford. Behind me we have the statue of Shakespeare and a fudge shop.
So here we are going into the Holy Trinity Church in Stratford-upon-Avon, which is where the monument for Shakespeare's death is. We're going to go and see that, pay our respects.
I think it's really important to get outside of the classroom and to see Shakespeare in his own home environment, and it gives you a real opportunity to engage with the text as well.
I think it's also important to remember Shakespeare was a living, breathing human being, of course. He had an origin. Interestingly, he worked in London, but a lot of biographers consider him almost a child of the countryside in the way he talks. So looking at those two different sides, let's say we have a globe trip at some point, and also looking at his birthplace and the kind of natural environment he grew up in, I think it gives a little bit more of an appreciation for the humanity behind the text.